EA Sports brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this New Year's Day matchup. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports and the National Football League welcome you to Acrisure Stadium here in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So good to have you here with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson getting set for kickoff here. Greg, no matter how many ways we look at this game, it always comes down to one stat, doesn't it? How you taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it's just so crazy, Mike, that every single week, no matter how complex these matchups get and how many factors there are to determining who wins and who loses any game in the NFL, at the top of the list, the most important metric that everybody studies, can you protect the ball on offense and can you take it away on defense? And I don't think today's matchup is any different. Can you be aggressive and take care of the ball? And on defense, if you get your opportunity to take it away and give it back to your offense, you've got to make the play.
Here's Cade York to start the ball game. And off we go from the Steel City. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
Let's not forget, Mike, not too long ago, Russell Wilson was not only the face and one of the top superstars of the NFL, he was a bona fide Hall of Fame quarterback. So the talent and the resume, it's still there. He puts together one of those vintage performances we've seen throughout the years. This team's going to be hard to beat.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Right away, they're coming after him, and they get him. A sack on the opening snap of the game.
Prior to the opening kickoff, the home crowd is rocking. They're on their feet cheering. Well, one play in, got a little quieter in here. This defense came out, and they took the fight right to him, able to bring the quarterback down for an opening play sack to get their defense settled into this one.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. They'll run it for the first time with Najee Harris. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up 3rd down. On 3rd down, they go with Warren.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
On 4th down, it's Corliss Waitman out to punt. Charlie Jones, the return man for the Bengals. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. And they're led by the #1 overall pick in 2021. National champion at LSU, it's Joe Burrow.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
A carry here for Brown. He's going to have a Bengals first down. At least it appears that way. He got it maybe by the length of the football.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Passing right side, and Chase has it. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
A first down throw for Burrow. They'll find Brown out of the backfield. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Crazy. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Second down, Burrow. That's into the hands of Yosivas. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route. And then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball is put right on the money for a big pickup.
Backs to his big tight end, Gesicki. His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
Slot receiver, headed right. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Peyton Wilson that time in on the stop. Second and 7. So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And we're back to the Steel City after this. They face second down and 7. They go play action for Burrow. He's got it at about the 8. And he'll be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
Throwing is Burrow. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
The Steelers offense ready to see the football for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. On the give, it's Harris. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Another run here with Harris. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Wilson. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
On 1st down, it's Harris. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll give it to Harris again. Strong running there, pushing his way forward to gain a couple. Third and 6. Out of the gun, here's Russ. He's got his man. It's Pickens. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Maybe a couple there. It's third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. Now on fourth down, the veteran Chris Boswell on for the Steelers. This will be a 48-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. On the return is Chase Brown. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Here's 1st and 10. Now, Burrow. To the left side. Caught by Chase. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome. So it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Third and a yard. Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He'll find Chase. That's complete. And the Bengals are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle's made here at the 3-yard line. Burrow. It is brought in the end zone. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
On now, Cade York for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Bengals move out to a 7-3 lead. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Austin brought in motion. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And a minimal gain here, only to about the 31. So it is halftime here on New Year's Day as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Bengals offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They motion the slot man left. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrow here on 2nd down. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They send him right out of the slot. They run on the jet sweep. They didn't fool anyone. Tried the speed, but did not get back to the line of scrimmage.
When you come across on a jet sweep, Mike, you're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line.
Play action now. It's Burrow. That is caught. Finding Higgins. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
No, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the 1st down. If you decide to air it out, everything's short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
On 1st down, Burrow. That's complete. It's Yosibach. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Second and a yard. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's in. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Bengals. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the 1st half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this 2nd half. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Cordero Patterson. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Steelers offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this 2nd half. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. The shotgun. Wilson. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now Russ. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Mike Williams, the one he was looking for. And now it's 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Will find Brown out of the backfield. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now, Burrow. A throw on the move is caught. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. Here's 3rd and 2. They bring Chase in motion. They'll try to pick this up with a jet sweep. And he's going to have enough there for the 1st down. Take it up to the 43-yard line.
This is just another creative wrinkle that they can add to their offense to help move the chains. They don't do a ton of sweeps throughout the course of the game, but they do just enough here and there to keep the defense guessing.
They'll run here with Brown. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Well, after not having much success in the 1st half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the 3rd quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
On the ground, it's Brown. Well, they weren't going to get him the 2nd time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
They bring Chase in motion. Play clock has expired. They're not going to get this one off on time. Gesicki, the man in motion. 2nd down, Burrow. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Here comes 3rd and 6. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Burrow to throw. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Steelers offense ready to take over possession of the football. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll run here. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And a nice run. Get them about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Russ. Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
Woo! And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the 1st down.
An unbalanced look to the left here on 1st down. Here's Wilson to throw. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to be taken down.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal.
From the gun, it's Wilson. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and, man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway.
Wilson now, off the bootleg. This one complete to Hayward. And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Over the top. He's got it. Pat Freiermuth. Touchdown, Steelers. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Important one here now for the Steelers. They're going to try to go for the 2-point conversion. Wilson to throw. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Charlie Jones now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow set to take over again. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. 1st and 10. Burrow fires quick to Higgins. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a 1-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
Here's Brown. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down. Now Brown. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And now at 1:52, the defense will pull the plug there as they take a timeout. The Bengals out and ready to punt. Back deep to receive is Calvin Austin. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Steelers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw into the hands of Pickens. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That's caught by the tight end, Darnell Washington. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Catch made by Pickens. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Again, Wilson. That's right side and brought in by Williams. And now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds remaining on the clock. Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big 1st down. To throw again is Wilson. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the 4th quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game, and they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball, and let's see if they can take advantage of it.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. So, this one, a win for the visiting Bengals. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play, and in the end, they come away with the victory. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.